we want Mr. Duterte to get the medical care in Japan, which is safe earlier. So this is a third country, so I hope that ICC will grant the interim release.
Isang napakalaking magandang balita ho para ito sa ating mga Duterte diehard supporters. Itong pag-uusapan natin. At lalo na po sa mga maraming Pilipino na nagmamahal kay Tatay Digong, especially mga OFW. Alam naman po natin na sabik na po tayong makauwi si former President Duterte sa ating bansa mula dyan sa International Criminal Court na kung saan kinidnap nga ho ito ng gobyernong nakangiwi ang panga na may panga na itong si Bongbong Marcos. Medyo mahaba-haba na rin po ang pagkadetend ni former President Duterte dyan sa International Criminal Court. Naalala po ninyo, kung maalala po ninyo mga kabisdak, merong isang Japanese human rights advocate na nagsalita doon sa United Nations Human Rights Council patungkol kay former President Duterte at hiniling niya na palayain agad itong si Tatay Digong dahil po sa kanyang karapatan na nilabag po ng International Criminal Court. Ang pangalan po nito ay si Shunichi Fujiki, isang Japanese human rights advocate na akala natin yung kanyang video ay isang AI, no? Artificial Intelligence. Pero, nagpa-interview po siya sa SMNI, ang sabi niya ay totoo po yun. At ang ayon sa kanya, pag hindi makikinig ang International Criminal Court sa kanyang panawagan, ay gagawa siya ng conference diyan sa Japan at imbitahin lahat ng parang ministry yata ng Japan, parang congress ba yun? Ano tawag dun sa Japan? Sa ating congress, katumbas nun. Para hilingin na palayain si former President Duterte. Pero ito, breaking news, formal na pong sumulat itong si Shunichi Fujiki sa International Criminal Court para agad na palayain si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Mukhang hapon ang magpapalaya kay Tatay Digong. Good news po ito. Pero bago ang lahat, palike po muna, pa-share, pa-subscribe, at pakipindot po ang inyong mga notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa ating mga video. Bisdak Historiador, pa-subscribe din po pangalawang YouTube channel natin. Ito na nga ho, no? Formal na pong sumulat itong human rights advocate sa International Criminal Court. Ito. Ang napakaganda ho dahil ang sinulatan rin po niya ay isang Hapon. So, ang Hapon ay humiling sa International Criminal Court kung saan ang presidente ng International Criminal Court ay isang Hapon din. Malamang marunong tumingin po itong mga to sa isa't isa kung ano ang totoong pwedeng gawin kay Tatay Digong. Ang presidente pala ng International Criminal Court ay si Judge Tomoko Akane. Isang Hapon, no? At ang Vice President ay si Rosario Salvatore Aytala. First Vice President, meron pala second Vice President, Judge Rene Alapini Ganzo. So ako, positibo po tayo dito na pagbibigyan po itong formal letter, no, ng isang Japanese human rights advocate dito po sa sa International Criminal Court. Basahin ko muna yung headlines. Ito po ay ang source natin ay SMNI, walang iba. Dahil hindi naman po ito binabalita sa mainstream media. So ngayon, sa mainstream media, ang laging pinag-usapan, impeachment kay Inday Sara, kung ano-anong paninira kay Inday Sara. Pero ito, mahalaga po ito malaman ng publiko na worth it po itong i-share itong video ito. Ito, ang headlines natin. Agad na pagpapalaya kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, hiniling po ng human rights advocate na si Shunichi Fujiki. Nagpadala ng isang bukas na liham sa International Criminal Court ang Japanese human rights activist at Director for UN Affairs and International Career Support Association na si Shunichi Fujiki. Iginiit ni Fujiki ang agarang pagpapalaya kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na mahigit 1 taon at 1 buwan nang nakadetine ng walang paglilitis. Binigyan din niya na hindi dapat makialam ang International Criminal Court dahil ganap na gumagana ang sistema ng hustisya sa Pilipinas. At ang anumang direktang pakikialam ay isang paglabag sa soberanya ng bansa. Ito, kunting basa lang tayo sa basahin natin yung letter niya para malaman po natin kung ano ang laman nito. Kasi, again, sabi ko nga sa inyo, hindi man ho ito pinapalabas sa mainstream media. Kasi may busal ang mga animal. Ito yung sulat niya. Galing po yan sa SMNI. International Career Support Association for Women's Career and Children's Rights. Ito po ay open letter, no? Ang pinakahiniling niya ay demanding the immediate release of former Philippine President Rodrigo Roa Duterte and recommendations for the non-exercise of jurisdiction. Maganda rin po itong nung petition na to, request to open letter, dahil nga bukas magkakaroon po ng hearing patungkol sa issue ng jurisdiction ng International Criminal Court sa ating bansa. Basahin natin, dated po ito April 20, 2026. Lunes pa pala ho ito, no? Hindi pa ho ito kumakalat sa social media. International Career Support Association Director for UN Affairs, Shunichi Fujiki. To Judge Tomoko Akani. Ito po yung President ng International Criminal Court. President of International Criminal Court. We would like to express our deepest respect for your continuous effort in establishing international justice. The International Career Support Association is an non-government organization and consultative status with the UN Economic and Social Council. We advocate for human rights at the United Nations and primarily aim to foster human resource and respect for the rule of law in Asian countries, including the Republic of the Philippines. We are writing to express our grave concern regarding the court's upcoming decisions, scheduled for April 22, 2026. So, bukas na nga ho ito. Concerning its jurisdiction over the detained former Philippine President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. For the following reasons, we strongly urge you, Madam President, to decide against exercising jurisdiction and to release him immediately and unconditionally. First, former President Duterte has currently been detained for over a year and 1 month without trial, which constitutes a grave violation of his fundamental human rights. For an 81 years old individual suffering from serious medical conditions, such as prolonged pretrial detention, is entirely unacceptable from a humanitarian standpoint. Yun yung una niyang reason. Pangalawa, second, the Republic of the Philippines has a three-third court system, and its judiciary is fully functioning today. It possesses the complete capability to conduct fair trials in accordance with Philippine domestic law. Totoo naman, gumagana naman talagang justice system, walang question dyan. Ito yung pangatlo niyang reason. Tayo para baka sabihin, nagmikos-mikos tayo. Ayan, yung pangatlo. Third, the segment of Filipino citizens alleged to be victims must first file their claims within their own domestic courts. Tangina, ayaw magsampa ng kaso eh. Sa korte, iwan ko ba, trililing. This is a matter where the International Criminal Court, as a complementary body, should only intervene if the domestic courts are unable to make a judgment in accordance with the law. Linaw-linaw yan, ha? The principle of complementarity stipulated in Article 17 of the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court clearly established that the ICC is court of last resort. Nak ng kamuti, hindi nila maintindihan yung last resort kasama si Trililing at si Nak ng kabuti, kunting jutak. Yan naman talaga ang totoo. Ito, especially in outlines the following. If a state has jurisdiction over a case, has the willingness and ability to carry out the investigations or prosecution, or is genuinely carrying out fair and independent proceedings. The ICC determined the case be it inadmissible and shall not exercise jurisdiction. Unwillingness is determined only when the state's proceedings are undertaken for the purpose of shielding the person concerned from criminal responsibility, when there are unjustified delay, or when the proceedings lack independence or impartiality. Inability is determined only when the state is physically unable to carry out investigation or prosecutions, such as due to a total collapse of its national judicial system. Meron ba tayong ganun? Total collapse sa ating judicial system? The judicial system of the Republic of the Philippines remain fully functional today. Totoo yun. And it has the full capacity to conduct fair trials under its three-third system. Therefore, in light of the principle of complementarity, direct intervention by the ICC is clearly inappropriate and constitutes a violation of said principle. Ito na yung pang-apat na reason. Fourth, the court's current actions entail a serious issue of infringing upon the sovereignty of the Republic of the Philippines as an independent state. If such precedent is allowed to stand, the function of national sovereignty will be fundamentally undermined, destabilizing the entire international order. Panglima, it is regrettable that the International Criminal Court has been unable to take effective measure against powerful sovereign states such as Russian Federation and the State of Israel. Tangina, hindi ngayon nila kaya yan eh. Yung Russia, sila pa nga sinubpi na eh. Papakulong. Tuloy natin ng konti. Okay. Ito pa, dugtong pa nila. Domestic judgment, difficult. Ay, hindi na natin. Close open parenthesis. Sige, ito na lang. Tuloy na. In allegations of international corruption have also been pointed out. In contrast, former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte is no longer in office. And the Philippines is currently governed by the Marcos administration, making the situation entirely different, targeting former President Duterte who thoroughly exposed corruptions. Nag-research talaga tong si yung Hapon na to, no? Humanly eliminated illegal drugs and protected the interest of the people, could consequently invite perilous situation that threatens even the very human rights of the Philippine citizens that ought to be protected. Ang-anim, we are convinced that the correct course of action for the court is to remand this case to the domestic judiciary, who still boasts overwhelming popular support, and his family, including Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, the Mayor of Davao, si Mayor Basti, the constitutes international criminal court interference in the international affairs of the Philippines and stifles free and open debate, which the Philippines people cannot possibly accept. Currently, Vice President Sara Duterte is also facing her second impeachment trial. Alam niyo lahat, no? This is a political maneuver aimed to preventing her from running in the 2028 presidential elections. It is highly appropriate for the ICC as an international organization to become deeply involved in domestic political disputes in the Philippines and to render a decision that favors one side. O tiyan, no? Pinapalabas dito ni Shunichi na politically motivated itong ginawa kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte na panggagago dyan sa International Criminal Court. Okay. Ito dagdag pa niya. In addition, the prolonged free trial detention of former President Duterte, in his case, raises serious suspicions of violating the following international legal norms. Ito yon. International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights, Article 9. Prohibition of arbitrary detention and the rights of prompt judicial review. And Article 14. Right to fair trial and the right to be tried without undue delay. Ito pa. United Nations Standard Minimum Rules for the Treatment of Prisoners. The Nelson Mandela Rules. Ito yung pinakasikat, Nelson Mandela. Particularly provisions regarding the treatment of untried prisoners and the minimizations of duration detention. Ito pa, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Article 9, Prohibitions of Arbitrary Arrest and Detention. Article 10, Right to a Fair Trial. And Article 11, Principle of Legality and Presumption of Innocence. Ito pa, other relevant United Nations Human Rights Treaties and International Human Rights Standards. Tuloy na natin. Consequently, the court's handling of this matter harbors profound issue from the perspective of human rights guarantees. For the reasons stated above, the International Career Support Associate strongly urges the International Criminal Court to take the following measures to decide against the exercise of jurisdiction over the Republic of the Philippines in the ruling schedule for April 22, 2026. Bukas nga ho yun. To unconditionally and immediately release former President Duterte, who is 81 years old and suffers from serious medical conditions. To formally recommend to the Philippine government that this case be fairly tried by the domestic judicial organs of the Philippines, for the International Criminal Court to truly function as the last bastion of human rights protection. It is essential that it respects the judiciaries of sovereign states and strictly adheres to its complementary role. We sincerely hope that you, Madam President, will make a wise decision that values the harmony between the rule of law and national sovereignty. This open letter is being made public so that it may be widely read by people around the world who wish for fairness is the international community and the protection of human rights. Ang problema nga ho sa Pilipinas hindi man to pinakalat ng mga mainstream media, is MNI lang And this matter concerns the very fate of the nation of the Philippines, we respectfully request the sufficient deliberation be given to ensure that the International Criminal Court does not influence the future of an independent nation. Ang problema, mukhang pira-pira na nga ho ito po yung yung affidavit ni Sir. Ayan, Perma, International Criminal Support Association, signed Director of UN Affairs, Shunichi Fujiki. Nakakahiya, no? Mga Hapon pa ang magpapauwi kay former President Duterte. Para sa akin po, sana makauwi na po itong si Tatay Digong at sana dinggin po ito ng presidente ng International Criminal Court na isang Haponisa din. Alam niyo po na nakapagtataka. Bakit ba? Itong isang Japanese human rights advocate tuloy, sila pa ang agresibo at porsigido na makauwi si Tatay Digong. Ano bang hugot ng human rights advocate na ito? Pakinggan po natin yung isang konting interview lang. Narito, pakinggan natin.
Why are you getting involved? You're not a Filipino. Why does this interest you? Why have you spoken up for us?
Yeah, that's as I said. All of a sudden the Filipino community in Japan is talking about we don't want to go back to home country. So that is the worst things because normally you want to go back because they're the worker working in Japan for their own country, right? Or to take care of their own family in Philippines.
Yes.
This is a very hard thing. Some women or a man they are separated from the family in Philippines and working in Japan for their for family, right? But they say it's really fearful or it's really dangerous to going back home. So I was thinking we have to do something because they are not proud of their country anymore at this moment.
Yes.
So I listened to a lot of outcries from the Filipino society in Japan. So I was thinking, what should I do? What can I do? And then as I said, I'm regularly 1 year time within the 1 year I'm traveling here in Geneva at least 3 times to 6 times in a year to attend Human Rights Council meetings or treaty bodies meetings. So maybe I can bring it to the attention from the international society because this should not be happen. And as I said, Bongbong Marcos is abandoned their own people, their own judicial system, and then just surrender to the ICC. Okay, so he's saying that what means is he's saying that he just wants to be a leader, but no responsibility. We don't do anything.
Intindi, no? Taka na, nakakahiya, no? Bangago, yung responsibilidad mo, hindi mo ginampanan. Tingnan mo, itong mga Hapon na ito, isa ito sa mga dayuhan na sumakop po sa ating bansa. Tayo po'y inapi ng mga to naalila tayo, may iba dyan, mga ginahasa, mga kababaihan, mga Pilipina, nung kapanahunan ng Hapon. Pero ang mga ninuno natin, lumalaban. At yung ipinaglalaban ay ating kalayaan. Yung soberanya ng ating bansa. Na ito rin po ngayon ang napuna, parang ang point dito ni Shunichi Fujiki, bakit mo inabandon ang tungkulin mo bilang isang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas na yung isang former president ay ibinigay mo sa mga banyaga sa International Criminal Court nang sabi nga ho sa kanyang letter ay ito ay last resort dapat. Hindi ho dapat ito ang mangunguna sa paglilitis at pagresolba sa problema ng bansang Pilipinas. Pero baliktad ang nangyari Si Bongbong Marcos ngayon lumuhod sa mga banyaga. Isinuko ang soberanya nang walang kahirap-hirap. Hindi magandang leader, no? Si BBM. Kaya nga, nagkalit-silitsi tayo, crisis. Tsaka gusto ko po yung part ng letter ni Shunichi Fujiki na ito ay pinapalabas niya na yung pagkakulong ni Tatay Digong ay ito ay isang politically motivated. Na hindi dapat makikialam itong International Criminal Court sa local issue sa ating bansa. Dahil meron tayong gumagana ng justice system. Nasabi ni Fujiki, last resort lang kayo. Hindi ho kayo dapat makialam sa kung ano man ang desisyon sa bansang Pilipinas. Ang problema nga ho, sir, itong si Bongbong Marcos, maliwanag, na nakipagsabwatan sa International Criminal Court. Pira-pira ho ito. Ngayon, merong nag-voice out, napansin po ng International Human Rights Advocate na ikaw, mali yung International Criminal Court. Nakadetend ang Pangulo, former President, 1 year and 1 month. So ngayon, hindi pa rin hinihiring, hindi nililitis. So ito ay maliwanag na paglabag sa karapatan ni Tatay Digong. At yung edad niya, 81 years old. Isa pa sa reason yung kalagayan ni Tatay Diggs na hindi na maayos yung kalusugan. Sino bang matanda na hindi magkakasakit sa bansang napakalamig from tropical climate, papunta ka dun sa napakalamig na lugar. Tapos may dinadamdam pa si Tatay Diggs, lalo na po yung mga gamot niya, hindi niya na iinom, talagang manghina at babagsak yung inyong kalusugan niya. Yan din po ang isang issue. Karapatan po ni former President Duterte na humana po ng isang doktor na sa tingin niya ay ito ay magpapagaling sa kanya. Kaso ang problema, ipinagkait din yan kay former President Duterte. Tingnan mo ako, naniniwala ako, may isang salita itong hapon na ito. At ginawa na niya. At kamakailan nga, nagulat tayo, na itong human rights advocate na ito na si Shunichi Fujiki ay nakipagkita rin kay Senador Marcolita sa Japan. Hindi natin alam kung ano ang pinag-uusapan. So talagang seryoso, agresibo at determinado itong si Shunichi Fujiki na papauwiin niya si Tatay Digong. Hindi ba ito ay isang napakalaking sampal sa gobyernong Marcos? Pag nakauwi po itong si former President Duterte dahil lamang sa isang hapon na nakita niya na mali na ho yung ginagawa kay Tatay Digong. Pakinggan po muna natin ang balitang ito. Narito. Sorry, ito pala ito.
Nagkausap sa Japan kamakailan sina Philippine Senator Rodante Marcoleta at Japanese UN Human Rights Advocate Shunichi Fujiki. Ano kaya ang pinag-usapan ng dalawa? Si Guy Saito sa report mula sa Tokyo, Japan, exclusive.
Sa gitna ng usapin sa International Criminal Court laban kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ay nagkita dito sa Japan sina Senator Rodante Marcoleta at Japanese Human Rights Advocate na si Shunichi Fujiki. Tinutukan ng kanilang pag-uusap ang international support, political implications at mga posibleng susunod na hakbang kaugnay ng kaso. Mismong si Senator Rodante Marcoleta nagpatunay na hindi artificial intelligence o AI generated ang Japanese national na nagsalita sa United Nations Human Rights Council kaugnay sa ICC case ni former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte. Ayon kay Marcoleta, nakamamangha na may isang banyagan na nakaunawa sa sitwasyon ng dating Pangulo.
Natutuwa ako dahil parang hindi siya, parang Pilipino siya eh. Nakita niya yung kawalang katarungan, yung arbitrariness ng pagkaka-abduct ng Pangulo, wala man lang due process. Masigit pa siya sa ibang Pilipino sa atin na nakakaalam ng katwiran at kahalagahan ng hustisya na dapat ay hindi naman ganun ang ginawang pagtrato sa isang Pilipino, lalong-lalo na nga sa naging Pangulo pa ng ating bansa.
Para kay Fujiki na Managing Director for UN Affairs ng International Career Support Association, mas naunawaan niya ngayon ang suporta ng mayorya Pilipino kay Duterte matapos ang kanilang pag-uusap.
Yeah, I really feel that former President Duterte is very much loved by their own people. And as a leader of the country, what he is doing, he has been done, is really right things to protect their nation, protect the people of the nation.
Sa pulong na inorganisa ng Republic Defenders for Peace and Unity o RDPU, tinalakay ang posibilidad na magsagawa ng mga conference. Layunin nitong ipaliwanag sa Japanese community ang issue kaugnay kay FPRD.
I really hope that the Filipino people can unite and then fight against this injustice. This is what we think, what I think. Yeah.
Nagpasalamat si Marcoleta sa RDPU sa pag-oorganisa ng kanilang pagkikita ni Fujiki. Nasa Japan ang senador upang ipagdiwang ang wedding anniversary nila ng kanyang butihing may bahay.
Nagpasalamat ako sa kanya sa malaking participation niya sa pagtulong sa mga OFWs dito sa Japan. Lalong-lalo na yung naglalayon na magkaroon ng interim release ang dating Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
We want Mr. Duterte to get the medical care in Japan, which is safe earlier. So this is a third country, so I hope that ICC will grant the interim release.
Nitong Marso 28 nagsagawa ng iba't ibang aktibidad ng RDPU at Filipino community sa Japan para sa kaarawan ng dating Pangulo. Kabilang dito ang mga malalaking aktibidad sa Nagoya at Tokyo. Ibinahagi rin ni Marcoleta ang kanyang mensahe sa mga Pilipino sa Japan.
Masasabi ko sa kanila ay huwag silang mawalan ng loob. Pagpatuloy nila ang kanilang ginagawa, lalo pa nga't sila'y nasa katwiran. At yan naman ang dapat nating maihayag sa lahat ng nakararami at lalo pa sanang tumami ang mga efforts ng mga OFW dito sa Japan. May pagtagumpay ang kanilang mga layunin tungkol sa maagang pagpapalaya kay Pangulong Duterte.
Nakatakdang desisyon na ng ICC Appeals Chamber sa April 22 ay pala ng kampo ni FPRD hinggil sa issue ng jurisdiksyon sa kaso. Nagulat mula rito sa Tokyo, ako si Guy Saito para sa Diyos at sa Pilipinas kong mahal. SMNI News, Japan.
SMNI lang talaga nagbabalita ng ganyan tungkol sa mga update kay Tatay Digong. Bukas na po yung hearing pagresolba ng jurisdiction ng Pilipinas. Sana po pumapabor po sa ating mga Pilipino, mga Duterte diehard supporters. At siyempre, pasalamat din po tayo dito sa hapon na ito na seryoso po talaga ang kanyang ipinaglalaban. Pero pakinggan po muna natin itong si Katie Duterte tungkol sa update naman po kay Tatay Digong. Narito po.
Hello,
Good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm good. PRD is also good. He looks good. I think as you've seen, he's about to be visited also by our legal team. So he's in good hands.
How is he overall, Kit?
He looks good. His skin looks good. He eats enough. And I think he's adjusted better already. Although, again, nothing is ideal in this situation. Feels a bit lonely sometimes. He did mention kanina, I think he was a bit sad while saying this, but he said, at least you won't be embarrassed of me kasi wala akong ginawang masama. And then I held his hands and I said, Papa, no one's embarrassed of you. All 5 of us, including Mira, are very proud to be your flesh and blood. Everyone outside And I mentioned also na pagpasok ko kanina, nandito na kayo, nandito si Alvin. Tsaka may naabutan pa nga ako. Kanina si Madam, maingay masyado ba? Kahit nandun ako kasi I was a bit delayed while going in kasi may kasabay akong pumasok. So there can't be traffic inside. I waited sa my door tapos narinig ko si Madam. Bakit nandito ka? Sabi niya. Sabi ko, maingay talaga itong mga Bisaya. So, ayun, I told TRRD that all of you are here. I even sent him some of our pictures from the different Facebook pages showing na me with the supporters.
How are you adjusting with your visit this time?
I think my time management is better. May patakbo pero hindi na masyado mabilis. I'm on time. The last visit, I think last week I was quite early. Ngayon naman I was on time. I'm adjusting well and I'm trying my best to make sure that I'm not late because like I said, yung first visit ko, which I think naman is understandable kasi grabe yung jet lag ko. Nahingi siya ng 10 minutes extension sa guard. Naawa ako, sabi ko, I have to be earlier or at least on time next time.
Kit, just to talk about reading of the decision of the appeals chamber, no? What are your lingering thoughts about the reading of that decision, which is consequential to the Filipino people supporting your father and your
I'm just
family?
really praying, kasi at the end of the day, it's beyond our control. And no matter how much you try to worry about things that you can't control, it's not gonna change a thing. Yun din yung sabi ni PRRD eh. When I asked him about different matters also, including that, sabi niya, God, leave it up to God. Like he always says also, inshallah.
As a sister of the Vice President of the Republic of the Philippines, what's your lingering thoughts or your opinion about the unstoppable attack almost in all sides sa sister mo, sa family mo, particularly the impeachment complaint hurled against her?
Like you said, Vin, no, unstoppable. So, I mean, these unsolicited opinions, everything, the harassment, it's inevitable. My family, most of them are in politics, obviously subject to criticism, scrutiny. It's always going to be there. I have no lingering thoughts because in the first place, I don't lend energy or time to the things that, again, I cannot control.
Kit, what's your message, just to conclude this interview, to the Filipino people following closely the proceeding, especially upcoming Wednesday?
I'm grateful for your continuous support, mga kababayan ko. To be honest, I deem you braver than all of us because kami na pamilya, mga anak niya, hindi namin kaya manood actually. I think that everyone that's continuing to show support are the best people ever. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Like PRRD said, he hopes balang araw he can repay that loyalty. So maraming salamat sa inyo. I hope we never stop until he is home. Bring him home.
Thank you, Kit. Mabuhay ka.
Mabuhay.
Bring him home, Tatay Digong. Nakakaiyak naman ang Katie Duterte, yung mga sinasabi mo. Emotional dun si Katie, no? Alam mo yung si Tatay Digong, ako, nakaharap ko talaga yan eh. Sana, at magtagumpay po tayo bukas at matauhan po itong International Criminal Court na walang jurisdiction po sila sa ating bansa dahil matagal na po tayo nakapag-withdraw at yung justice system natin, gaya ng sinabi ni Shunichi Fujiki, ay ayos naman, gumagana naman at wala namang crisis sa ating hustisya. May Supreme Court po tayo, may 3 branches of government tayo, may iba-ibang klaseng korte tayo, merong local court, no? Mga regional trial court, may Department of Justice, merong Supreme Court, may Sandigan Bayan, ang dami po. Lahat yan gumagana at hindi po yan palyado na dapat itong International Criminal Court ay isang last resort lamang ng isang bansa na miyembro ng naturang organisasyon. Maraming salamat, Shunichi Fujiki. Bring